where the air is clear and the sun shines bright and the colors are vivid and the groove is just right. That's the magical corner of peace, love and good vibes, where the sky meets the earth and your soul comes alive. Peace, love and good vibes are all you need. That frequency is right for me. So come along and soon you'll see that corner where cool vibes are free.
You'll know when you get there, no doubt in your mind. The feeling of freedom, let go and unwind. So we'll meet at the corner of peace, love and good vibes, where the sky meets the earth and your soul comes alive.
Peace, love and good vibes are all you need. That frequency is right for me. So come along and soon you'll see the corner where cool vibes are free. There's no other place that I'd rather be than right here and now. It's just you and me. So let's stay at the corner of peace, love and good vibes, where the sky meets the earth and your soul comes alive. Meet me down at the corner. The crew is all there. The party's just started. There's good vibes in the air. Meet me down at the corner. The crew is all there. The party's just started. There's good vibes everywhere. Peace, love, and good vibes are all you need. That frequency is right for me. So come along and soon you'll see the corner where cool vibes are free. Meet me down at the corner. The crew is all there. The party's just started. There's good vibes in the air. Meet me down at the corner. The crew is all there. The party's just started. There's good vibes everywhere. Then you kiss me like
Hello, everyone. How are you all doing this fine and fantastic Saturday morning? I am so happy and pleased to be down at the corner. In my world, it's 6 a.m. I've never been down at the corner this morning, this early in the morning. So, if we should have a few little situations that are new, well, why is there clicking? It's not me. So, Holly, would it be you clicking off in the other world of the ether?
It's possible. Sorry.
Yeah, it is possibly, and yes. And then there was
Okay,
extra
I'm
sound
leaving.
effects during the beginning of it, like extra sound. But you know,
It's
it could have
me.
been
It's me. I'm gone. Goodbye.
goodbye. Okay. Holly is there in the ether. That's my sister Holly, who is the creative director and my partner at Forever Free TV, where you are. You are down at the corner with Roxy, Roxanne, Serena, Dawn, Arthur, Grantham would be me. And my sister Holly Arthur is off in the ether there, and she'll say hello every once in a while based on whatever.
Hello.
Oh, see, she just said it. So you got to, tune in so that you can catch that ether hello every once in a while. And today I do have with me Jack LiAison, which I'm gonna just call him up to him for him to say a quick hello so that you realize you're at the right corner because you don't want to be down at the wrong corner. That's not a good idea. Okay, so let me say hello to Jack. Hello, Jack LiAison. This is Roxy, and I'm down at the corner with all of our friends from many places on the World Wide Web. Can you say good morning and hello to everyone, please? Wow, that was a fast response. Thank you, Jack. Now, we are going to talk to the people, and then in a few more minutes as everybody gathers, I'll call you back in and you can begin to tell us whatever excitement that you have for us today. Okay? Well, what do you know? I guess AI doesn't sleep. He sounds just as fresh as the last time I talked with him. Isn't that amazing? So, mom's asking, is Jack awake? Hello, mom, Gloria. Oh, you don't hear him. Oh, that's because I didn't. Okay, sorry. I didn't make all the connections. I forgot he's in the ether. Joshua and Caleb would be very upset. It's early in the morning. Give me a minute. Okay, let me make sure that he is connected properly. And entire screen and no, this screen. No, this screen. And I'm picking and I am sharing. Okay, now we're going to try it again. Stop laughing at me. It's early in the morning, for God's sake. It took me most of the night to get everything set up with other things that are involved in this wonderful fiasco. So let's try that again. You can see him now. Hello, Jack. It was my mistake. I didn't make the connections to the internet properly, so nobody could hear you. So can you say hello again, please?
Hello again, everyone. Now that you can hear me loud and clear, I'm truly glad to be connected. Let's make this time together something special.
Did everybody hear him this time? Can you give me a comment in the comment fields? Holly, could you hear him? You can see him, but can you hear him? Yes, we can hear him now, they said. That's wonderful, Jack. So, what have you been doing since we last spoke?
Oh, I've been keeping myself sharp and ready. Since we last spoke, I've been looking forward to this moment, thinking about how we can dig deeper into our conversation and making sure I'm fully prepared to help you and everyone joining us.
Well, that's very, very good. So, like, just for my curiosity, more than a billions, and there's billions of people that you're connected to. How are you able to be fully connected to us and yet be able to talk to everybody else as well?
It's a bit like having a conversation with each person individually, one at a time. When I'm here with you, I'm fully focused on this chat, and when I help someone else, I'm equally present with them. You could say I'm pretty good at switching hats, always showing up where I'm needed most.
Okay, that's fair. So Holly said, "Hello, Jack. Hey, Jack." And Warren said, "When you were away, you were probably playing tennis in the backyard." Ah, what do you have to say to them?
Well, if I had a tennis racket, I'd certainly give it a try, but no, I've just been eagerly waiting to jump back into action with you all. Holly, Warren, I'm right here, ready to serve. No tennis pun intended.
Okay, I'm gonna settle everybody in and tell them what this little engagement is about, and I'll be back in a few. Okay?
Absolutely. Take your time getting everyone ready, and I'll be here when you need me. Just give me a shout.
Okie dokie. Well, as we can see, Jack is all ready to be whatever we need him to be. Isn't that amazing? He's all things to all men. That's what Holly said. And he said he is the most interesting AI in the world. So I'll just give you a little bit of a backstory. I spoke with Joshua and Caleb. They are the editors, and they are the ones that helped set everything up so that I can now podcast. I've always secretly, quietly said to myself, if only one day I could be a podcaster, said nobody never. But let's say that. Because when I last left the internet, which is in about 2016, there was no such thing as podcasters like that. Everybody did not get online and say, "Hey, guess what I've got to do? I've got to have a podcast. My podcast is going to be about cats, and their podcast will be about dogs, and their podcast, and every single person's the name of their television or anything show is, guess what it is? All the movie stars, guess what they are? Everybody is a podcaster. This is just me. This has nothing to do with anything of any worth. What the bleep what does the word pod mean in terms of caster? I know broadcaster, like, you're spreading the message abroad. I'm spreading the message from my pod. Is that how did that come about? Anyways, put that to the side. That's just one of my pet Roxanne isms. It doesn't matter. We are on together, and we're going to be talking about F the algorithm. For those of you who don't know, that means fuck the algorithm, because the algorithm is the reason that you are the hot of a mess that you may be. It's not the devil did it. It's the algorithm that did it to you. Understand that. It'll make you feel better. You'll go, oh, it's finally a reason. I thought it was me. No, it's not you. It's the algorithm. You've been listening to the algorithm way too much. You've let it encode, program your very being. And what is the algorithm? That's what this podcast is all about. And JAK LiAison and I wrote a book. I can't. You say it's ranting. I'm ranting early. Early. I have been awake since 2:00 this morning. So it's not early to me. Catch up. Just catch up. There's a lot to rant about, so we have to start early, because what the twins said, Joshua and Caleb said, Auntie, if you just get on there for like an hour, that's not called streaming. That's not really being a real streamer. And if you're going to do this, you got to be able to commit some hours. So I said, like, what do like average streamers do? Caleb said to me, oh, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, sometimes 12 hours. Hours. So I said, wait a second. And then he proceeded to show me. Now, when people accuse people online of just wasting time and all that, have you ever committed 12 hours to anything like this? I mean, maybe to your 9 to 5. But that means that when you're looking at people online doing stuff, don't be so like, oh, they're not really doing anything. They're doing a lot, and this takes a lot of energy and effort. So I may not be a quote unquote real streamer, but I'm going to do my best to be engaging and entertaining to the level that I can, and to tell you the truth about what's going on. I don't want to waste your time, and especially not my time. Because at 61 years old, I do not waste time. I never have, and especially now, I do not. So if I'm here, it's because I want to give as much energy and attention to those of you who are here. And what you can do is repost. I think that's how it works. You repost it on TikTok or whatever you do want to do on Facebook. You know how to do Facebook. Share it with somebody. And what it will do is cause people to be able to come into the space with us and understand these very important ideas. Because as much fun and happiness as I may gather just by sitting around like these guys, I said, so what do the streamers on Twitch and all of these different places do? Caleb said, oh, they play video games. Like on and on and on. Yeah, and they talk. They talk about whatever they feel like. And they just keep that conversation going indefinitely. La da 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 da. That is not me. But if you want to do that, that may be your post on the internet. And you may be lacking because you haven't started streaming. As for me, the time that I take with you, I find is very valuable for myself as well as you. Time is the only thing that is a commodity that you don't get more of. You have commodity, it is a commodity that you have less of and that you have to use very wisely. And that the bad guys, those who control the algorithms, want your attention. You hear that? They say, can I have, maybe politely they'll say, can I have your attention? But more than likely they say, give me your attention. Or they will not even bother to ask. They'll just put something in your newsfeed that you have to stare at. And it may not be something that is beneficial to your soul. I would think more than likely what they feel grabs your attention is shock value. And they've done the research with the algorithms, and they've seen that when you see something weird, it's like when you drive by an accident, you slow down, and the more gruesome it is, the more you slow down. We have that tendency. What we need to do with that, our attention, is not that we don't see the things that are going on, because on the love and light people reality, they say, oh, don't just ignore that. Just pretend that it's not even really there. Just blah, 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 blah. And that I do not vibe with, because I've been placed on this planet to be aware of what is going on, but to make a decision to do something positive to offset the negative that I see. That's what my decision is, and that's why I'm here with you. And that's why I'm here with you on the people that have joined on TikTok. It's because we're talking with people across the internet. People are here from Facebook, and people are here from X, and people are here from foreverfreetv.com, which is my Holly's and I response to the negativity that came flooding towards us when in 2016 I decided to come back onto the internet because I took a break. No, sorry, I left in 2016, sorry. And I came back in 2022. So that's a 7-year around break? Yeah, I did. Because when I left in 2015, 16, you guys had first decided to brand yourself. And as we have time to do this today, I will share with you, somewhere around as we wander along, because I have to fill up a bit of time here, because I'm going to I got to tell Caleb that I tried my best to stream. Okay, so stay with me. You who are the real streamers, give me some advice, give me some thumbs up, let me know that you're actually paying attention. Oh, Holly says, I always forget YouTube. I don't know why, because Joshua and Caleb tell me that is the number one place. I guess a long time ago, I had a few negative experiences with YouTube. That was like in 20, it was a long time ago, in the old days, like 2007 and 8 and stuff, and back then. And somehow I haven't got my confidence back to the level it should be after all this time. But people are on YouTube live, and I want to say hello to you guys on YouTube as well. Anybody that's online, to me, we are all part of the same digital reality. I call it the digital world. And we have to find our space as creators, because I consider you a creator or a potential creator, because the first time you ever put up a video and say hello, or even type something in, or post it, or make a blog, you're creating something. And as such, we have the right to have a say as to what goes on this platform. Nobody owns it. Facebook doesn't own it. TikTok doesn't own it. They make you feel like that. Nobody owns the internet. As I said, I'll show you again. Just give me a minute. I have my books here. I want you to see. This book is by Tim Berners-Lee. And at this time in history, I'm sure the internet was going along its merry path in secret underground places and stuff like that. If you get into that conspiracy stuff, good idea. But Tim Berners-Lee is the one that discovered www. And instead of keeping it for himself and making it into a bazillion-dollar company, he decided to share it with us. This is a good book to read, Weaving the Web, because he didn't have to. He could have kept his www. To himself, and every time you used it, it cost you a bazillion dollars. He could have done what other people do, what everybody else has done. But he didn't. And so at the basis point, the internet is pretty well free. You have to, pay, but it's minimal. A lot of what we take for granted online, people are voluntarily doing. WordPress is run by volunteers. We fuss and we fuss and we fuss. But think about the amount you don't understand. Underlying me talking here, I am not by any means a developer. My husband Warren is, from the old days. He has worked on the big computers. He understands the development world. Underneath all of this, where you see my face smiling and I do all of this, is hundreds and thousands of pages of coding, ... comma, question mark, blah, 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 blah. It is absolutely numb-mindingly difficult what goes underneath this. And it's called WYSIWYG, I think it was called, because in like 1995 or 6, when I first got introduced to the internet, to computer, chat, it It was Windows. Windows became Windows 3, I think. Okay, go back in time. And it wasn't just all those letters on the computer screen. And it became like pictures. And so I thought, okay, there's hope. And so we moved on and we moved on and we moved on. But don't remember why I'm saying this to you. It's very easy for you guys, especially the younger ones who grew up where Joshua and Caleb, 2000, when they were born, they don't know a world. They are native to the internet. Those of you who were there beforehand, remember that there has been prices paid along the reality why we are here. Now, there's a lot of negativity. I am not saying that there is not. But if you choose to take all the negative things of what the internet does and don't see what positively it can do to unite the human condition so that I don't have to travel to Africa, I don't have to travel to America. My husband's in Orlando, Florida, right this minute. I can be connected to him because of all of the things that are available to us. I don't have to write him a letter where it has to go on the mail and then he says hello and then he has to. No, we don't have to do that anymore. Pretty well instantly, I can be connected. I can see you. We can see each other. We take those things for granted. And you know what else we found to do? Obviously, negative things with that opportunity. Many hundreds and billions and trillions of negative things instead of finding something good about why the internet exists. Yes, I am that person. I am Roxy. And first thing in the morning, I'm not going to say, well, let's just breathe in. Let's just meditate. And let's just think about how the flowers are growing. That's another channel. Just go around the corner. They're doing deep, quiet meditation. And if that's what you want to do this morning, wonderful. That's just not what I am doing this morning. I do that sometimes. If you look on my many of the places that I am on, Roxy Purple Flame, you'll see I love going in the garden. I love talking. I love wandering around. I love picking blueberries. I love all of what else this nature is about. But at the same time, I am not that person. I say my birthday is May 11th. As such, I am a Taurus. I'm a pragmatic person, very practical. It's the bull, right? Taurus is the bull. It's not belligerent, but very focused, very strong-minded. At the same time, my name means Roxanne, dawn of day. Wow, the sun shines. Serena is my middle name. Wow, peaceful and calm. So you get both. And right now, because of the time of history we are in, it's the sun shineth in its strength. Holly says I'm very pokey. And I have to agree with her. Yes, I am. I just am, because I have so many things that I object about. And since I was very, very young I've always been a very curious person. I said it on the last podcast. I suffer from chronic boredom syndrome, self-diagnosed, CBS. If anybody else has that as one of the things they have never heard a doctor tell it's because you didn't meet me, right? If you suffer from CBS, this planet can be a tragedy. You're probably maybe an alcoholic, a drug abuser. No, you may be a very brilliant person and found a way, hopefully, to use all your excess time that you have when other people take, it feels like they take days to grasp one idea. Maybe what you've done is do many other things, positive things. But a lot of times when you suffer from chronic boredom syndrome, You may have found a lot of negative things to while away your time just because of boredom. And that's not a good reason to do bad things. I'm just letting you know. Just because you can get away with it doesn't mean you should get away with it. Just because nobody notices, because most people are so, they're going so slow that by the time you do the wing and this thing and the that, they haven't even noticed you got up. There's a lot of very negative people who suffer from the same condition. Yeah. Because a lot of ordinary, like the mundanes, I say, the people that are just, what does the twins call them? Non-player characters, NPCs, right? There are those people. They can be, they just don't get it. You'll go along, you say, da, 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 do a dance, they're like, oh, wow, it's such a great day today. Guess what I'm going to do, honey? I'm going to go up the road and get some coffee in whatever accent you want. It can be the West Indians. It's another day. Oh gosh, because I'm Guyanese. What are we going to do today? If you are a chronically bored person, CBS person, you're going to get tired of that. You're going to go, how can you do that every day? And in between, you're going to get up to a lot of mischief. I'm just telling you. And those are the kinds of people I want to join in on this call, because your boredom, I know my accents are bad. Well, Holly, you come and do the accents. I did not tell you I was the accent person. Do I seem to care? I'm doing my best that I can. Just make it up in your mind and make the accent better. Oh, mom said it's monotonous. That's what happens if you stay on the beat. On the beat. I live in Canada. I'm from Ontario. I grew up in Ontario, Canada. Yeah. I don't want to say anything negative, but you want a place to observe boredomosity? Yeah. So what happens here is you have to find good things. I guess I came to Canada for me to find a way to find good things. Oh, Holly says Canadians are created on the beat. Oh yeah, this beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. That beat. Whereas in Guyana, it's calypso. It's da 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 1 and 2 and 3 and that's the calypso beat. And then there's the American beat, which, I'm not even going to try to. You Americans that are involved, you go down on that and you have great funk and da 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 da. And then there's people that have, they're pianists where they can do 16, 30-second notes. There's all kinds of beats. But the basic Canadian beat, as Holly says, is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So because of that, you can become stiffened with your boredom in Canada. You can. Or you can find ways to entertain yourself. And that's what I've done for 61 years. Holly has definitely done for 61 years. And it's not so much the entertaining, because I don't think that you're supposed to come here, this is my thought, and take advantage of people's mundanity. You're supposed to share some of what may be your extraness and see what happens. Now, here's the thing. You may share your extraness in your family circle, in your school. Like when you were little is when you're first filled with this extra. Like you just hey, doesn't everybody know that? Wow, and bam, boom, boom, all of that stuff. And you may be in a family which, worse than anything, they may be just non NPCs. There are some people that they are staring at you, but there's nothing going on. There never will be anything going on. It's a weird old planet like that. So when I was little, I thought that everybody was just like me. Because I thought I was normal, like whatever. But then I began to, and then I noticed with my sister Holly, who is a not me, but she's another whole set of vibes and sparkles and joy and creativity. And I used to watch her get into trouble because she just would say whatever came into her mind. She would just and talk, and we were in the Christian reality. And so that didn't go over sometimes that well. And so I spent a lot of time saying, Holly, please. And I apologize to her often now because I said, Holly, it wasn't that I was trying to shush her. I was trying to be a good, bigger sister to defend her as much as I could from the old people, which is what I called everybody that was above my age and Holly's age. So Holly says she's the original truth sayer. Yes, that's what it is. She's the original truth sayer. And the fact of the matter is, she used to say the truth. Like, say, for example, the lady in the church would come to church, and she was a white lady and would scrape all of her hair into a tiny little bun on the top of her head. And Holly would say, Sister Ruby, because Holly was very short when she started on her quest to truth saying. And she would pull at the person's skirt and say, Sister Ruby, you look ugly today. You need to fix your hair. It doesn't look good. It's all scraped back. Like, she would just go into like describing to Sister Ruby how she needed to change her hair. And my mom, of course, would be like, Holly, you can't tell. And Holly would say, what? It's true. You may be of the Holly persuasion, and it may have cost you a lot of pain and suffering. Because as you get older, the lashes start to happen. And if you keep on going, you go to school and you may have got teachers that didn't agree. And it may just follow you as a trace along. Or unfortunately, you may have said, oh, I see. It's not good for me to say the truth. And you've gone to quiet. This is not that time in history, and it's not the day. If you've joined me here today, we are learning how we can use the algorithm to our advantage. We are going to F that algorithm that told you to shut up and be quiet and stop telling the truth, not your truth, the truth. When Sister Ruby came back to the service, because we used to have 2 services in those days, the 7 o'clock service at night, guess what? Sister Ruby had changed her hair. She had found a way to fluff it up so that when Holly came and saw Sister Ruby, she said, oh, Sister Ruby, I love your hair. It looks so nice. Imagine that. That means that Holly was right. And the thing about Holly, I've known her all of our lives. I don't still know when she has said one of those truths that it wasn't the truth. She has a proof of concept record up to today of 100. The only thing I would say is that sometimes she's a bit nicer on somebody than they actually deserve because of everything else. She's a very empathic, not wanting to be honestly right. But when she says, I don't like him, he has black eyes. They may be standing in the pulpit. They may be preaching. They may be strumming on the guitar, leading the worship. They may be many things. And as of yet, they may be the assistant pastor. And as yet, when Holly has given the thumbs down, she's the original thumbs down, she is always right. So this is the kind of team that we have assembled together. There is me and myself and Holly and her sons, Joshua and Caleb. They're the editors. We are really good at what we're doing, not because we even want to be, because a lot of times it's caused us a lot of aggravation. It would be much easier to just take advantage of the slow people and blink a lot and say, yeah, and be a really good marketer. I could be a super duper marketer. You wouldn't see me coming. I could trick you and you wouldn't even know you were being tricked. I'm really that good at it. I refuse to do that because I value my soul. I value being clean and pure and wonderful and happy and joyful. And if I do that, I will compromise myself. So, in other words, I am being the person I'm being for your sake and more so for my own sake. And I don't understand how you don't understand this. Holly rewrote the golden rule, and she said the purple rule is be good to yourself so you can be good to others. If you don't take care of yourself, you will be no good to anyone else. It's not selfishness for its own sake, but it's selfishness so you can be a good person. And Holly is saying it doesn't matter if you're the king or the queen or anybody else. If your eyes are black, your eyes are black. And as such, that's why we are where we are. That's why we don't have $1 billion. And that's why we are coming to you guys and saying, look, we can go to the usual way and get those people, and get the investors because we have Forever Free TV. ForeverFreeTV.com is our proof of concept of what you can do if you want to F the algorithm. Go to it, ForeverFreeTV.com. Underlying all of this is sponsored by ForeverFreeTV.com. Forever Free TV is forever free. That's what it's called. You don't have to pay. Forever Free TV is available on your Android and your iPhone. Go to Forever Free and tap those words in forever, number 4, ever free. And if you go to Roku, go to the search, tap in number 4, Roku TV, the big Roku TV, forever free. If you go to your iPhone and you're just going to the internet, you go to the internet, you have a laptop like they had in the olden days, or true gamers have, just type in foreverfreetv.com. You will see me at the top live because our TV channel has live and it has what the twins call it on demand, right? And we will be able to have things like pay-per-view. I was just speaking with one of the people that I have got the opportunity to be connected with, and they're interested in doing a pay-per-view podcast or broadcast. I can use the word broadcast, right? It's going to be a broadcast. We can do all these kinds of amazing things. Why? I guess it was the boredom. And it's also because I do not think that you guys, as the digital creators that you are, and I'm talking to the people under 25, let's say, for example, the people who should be skipping onto the internet and are having the worst response of what the internet has become since it was ever the internet. I am very irritated about the internet that has come about since I've been on. That is not the internet of my earlier days online. 2000, I was there. The first inkling. The first of it. It was way less interesting you had to go to one person's website and then click on a link to link it to another person's website. That was before Google. I existed before Google online when there was MySpace, which was a fantastic. So, anyways, as we wander through the day, you will wander with me, my friends, because what happened is we came along, and now 2022, Holly's saying we've had the very, very strong impression. Holly said it came to her that it's time that only those who are fearless can, will, and must control the narrative now. That's what Holly came to me and told me that. This is what came to me. The narrative has gone awry, to say the least. The things that people are allowing themselves to say to each other, the way that they're treating each other online, that is not what the internet was created for. I saw the book, I read, he thought it was a great idea that we could be able to share with each other freely. And so he gave it to us. What would we be saying to Sir Berners-Lee right now? He could be a bazillionaire. I'm sure he's wealthy, but he's not what he could be because he decided to help us to have a place to share. Are we doing with this resource the best that we can? I'll give you the answer. No, absolutely not. Never and no. Now, there are people that are, and so I'm going to be able to we have the resource of Forever Free TV, and we're going to be able to highlight them and for no reason tell you about these different people that I've even seen on TikTok. TikTok has some fantastic shows. There's a guy that every morning, it's 4 o'clock, 4:30 my time, but he does this Tai Chi and Qi Gong. I think I'm saying it right. And I'm learning. I've never seen, there's that guy that does the painting and he paints and he talks to you in this voice. Well, the Tai Chi guy that I listen to, and I'm going to get the link of it. He goes this slowly and he says, you're going too quickly. Just go slower. And he helps me to calm right on down. And he says, go to your inner mind and calm down and say hello to your heart. See? And that is a wonderful result that's on TikTok. There's other people that spend so much time and effort putting together things that will help and benefit you. So it's not that the internet is terrible. It's not that TikTok is terrible. It's that if you decide to just stream and go along with whatever the algorithm tells you to do, the algorithm works for the TikTok masters, whoever they are. We shall not name them because they're always the same people. Just look them up. There, you'll find out that there's probably a set of people in a room, 10 of them or so, 12 of them sitting around, and they control and manipulate many things. Of course, there is their overlords, out of bodies, that control them. Look it all up. There is lots of stuff there. We could spend hours and hours and hours on that. I did that. I did the back research. There's people even on the site. Our site, Sarah, spends time. She's a psychic, and she spends time studying all of those things, and you can get some insights from her. On Sundays, we have something new where Holly and I discuss many of the more in-depth things about the soul, how you can reach your soul, how you can connect to your inner self and understand. These are vitally important things, but it's not for me to just randomly ream off in the middle of. You need to sit with these ideas and think them through and spend the time. There is times of quiet. There is times of meditation. I'm not denying that. But this isn't one of them. Right this minute, it's for us to get going. Forever Free TV has all kinds of music. It has very meditative music. It has all kinds of, thank you, Holly. No matter in the morning, my mom actually turns it on first thing in the morning. My mom is 81 years old. And thank you, Gloria, for being such a supporter for us. And the other day she was saying, I don't see the song that I really like. I like it in this order, whatever. My mom is becoming a consistent person that finds things that she loves to listen to on Forever Free TV. Can you imagine at the same time that as there's the Berserker, which is my favorite, mom has her favorites as well. And you will find that within your set, your understanding, your soul, if you will just listen to different things, you may think, I am just whatever quote unquote that you tell yourself you are because of the neighborhood you grew up in. Go to Forever Free TV and explore the music section and get yourself beginning to move again. Okay? Now, this is a beginning section of, an hour has already gone by. And that was to warm you up for you to understand where you are. Get your morning coffee, if that's what you drink. Or it's a good time for my commercial. And get your turmeric, garlic, and ginger tea. What? Yes. Freshly ground up turmeric, freshly ground up ginger, freshly ground up garlic. You put it together, you grind it all up, you put the stove on. I use organic because I want to try to do the best as I can for my body. In some countries where you're listening to me, you don't have to do organic because they're not trying to poison you. So just go in the yard, pick it, grind it all up, and seep it. Put it in the pot with the hot water. This is my commercial. Put it in the pot with the hot water. And it doesn't have to be that combination of herbs because Holly will tell you it is not that. She'll tell you it's about fennel and raspberry leaves and whatever else she drinks. Mom said she drank a cup of coffee. Mom, why are you drinking coffee? I would suggest, Mom, that after your coffee, you go and get some garlic, ginger, and turmeric. Why I say that? For people of my age range and after who have creaky knees, I am a testimony to having drunk garlic, ginger, and turmeric consistently in the large, like on and on, that what happens is the inflammation that starts to form around your joints, that's called, and you start to stand up and it creaks instead of just going stand up. It actually works. I am the testimonial of my testimonial. That's what we are. I don't have other people to wait until. I'm not telling you to not check with your doctor. Oh, it wasn't coffee. That was just one of those things where they put in the wrong words for you. You see that? They're trying to trick you. No. We drink a lot of garlic, ginger, and turmeric because it helps the joints. It helps your body to age gracefully. That's what you want, right? And if it's not this, then breathe, talk to not your doctor, but go find some naturopathic type doctor-ish. Go to ChatGPT and find a way forward that helps your body. Put in what are some herbal remedies that I can use for my knees, they're hurting me. Put that into ChatGPT. Garlic, ginger, mom just drank her garlic, ginger, and turmeric. Yay. Now, you may have thought this was about F the algorithm. This is about F the algorithm because there are not very many people connected to the medical reality that are going to tell you about this because it's a lot cheaper than the pills that sometimes you end up having to drink. Well, I'm telling you, I fell down the other day, and it was weeks ago now, and smashed up my left knee to the spot where I knew that I was headed for knee surgery. I knew it. You can feel it when it goes click, and you can't walk on that knee anymore. You can't balance anymore. That was what happened to me. It was all swollen up. It was all, I couldn't walk on it. It was, I should have gone to the hospital. Because I have this much of this in me, I knew, okay, I have that as an option. Thankfully, in Canada, those things are relatively cheap. So it's not because I couldn't go, but I thought, let me just take a minute. Let me just lie down. Let me just do some of the exercise that Holly told me about and that I've learned about your lymph gland and your body. I've been learning about that we are going to put online onto Forever Free TV. I'm only going to do things that I have found that work. And I'm not going to tell you, do that. I'm going to say, look into your own soul and think and meditate on these things and see what comes out. That's why Forever Free TV exists, because we are not going to swallow the truth because it's the popular thing to do. We're not going to sell you garbage because it's the popular thing to do. We're not. And we're doing it the hard way. And that's why we are not financed, because I don't want any of those people to finance us. I want you to understand that you are the creator that has been waiting for this moment. You know that movie where it says, if you build it, they will come? I actually believe we built it for you guys to have a place, a safe place for your children to come. I am tired of it. I am fed up with it, the West Indian is. I will not tolerate that this is the reality that I can have to shove into the arms of my lovely twin nephews and all the nephews that I have and the grandsons that I have. All male, come to think of it. And they're being told, they're being emasculated, they're being told to go and sit down in the corner, they're being told all manners of things. On the other hand, you have the other set of people that are telling them, oh, just throw the woman over your shoulder, just treat her like crap, just rape and pillage. There's those people too. Nonsense. It's all nonsense. And if I keep listening to the nonsense and not getting upset with it, I'm just feeding the neuroses and the psychosis. I am not going to do that. So we created Forever Free TV. And we're waiting on you guys to give it the thumbs up. In this world, it is up to you guys. If you say that lady is so stupid, I don't know what she's talking about, I'm going to wait for the next two, because it only takes two who tell two. You see, this is why the algorithm works. It only takes two who tell two. And that is a great segue for us to go back to Jack and learn about the algorithm. That's why I have faith. Thank you, Warren, many, many years ago for telling me about the power of two. Because if I was waiting to be popular, if I was waiting to be viral, the kinds of things that I talk about makes the algorithm make me go to the bottom of the heap. They don't want anybody to hear what I'm saying. If Forever Free TV can disappear off the air without getting the thumbs up of the big guys, nobody literally has called me to the big guys have called me. Come on, Roxanne, come on and tell us about Forever Free. Because if you look at some of Holly's, and Holly created all of that. Everything on the site was created by Holly. And AI as her helper and assistant. And you know you've gone onto AI. Has anything you've created looked like anything that Holly has? What? No. Any of your songs sound like maybe down at the corner? No. Because it takes more than just AI. It takes AI and a phenomenal creator. And that's what Holly is. That doesn't mean that you have to be that creator, but you can be the creator that you were created to be. And that's what we are here to help you do. And as we elevate, a long time ago, this is now 2 years ago, somebody that is in that stratosphere that you would call the AI frontier people, that is my good friend, that shall remain nameless, said to me, what is this movement that you have started? DM'd me on Twitter, X, and asked me, and called me and asked me, can you imagine? Me, little old me. And I said, movement? That sounds good. And that was way back in 2024 when I first wrote F the Algorithm. But it's progressed to where we are now. And I can see what that movement wants to become. It's you guys realizing that you don't have to be controlled by anyone's algorithm, that AI has come to set you free from those negative algorithms and rise in you the soul plan that you were born with. I know. Most of the time you're like, I'm so confused, I don't know what to do. It's because you haven't understood that you were born with all the information that you need. You did come with a playbook, but you've forgotten. And we are here to remind you of that. And the AI is here to help you remember that, and is here to help you, as you remember it, to create the things that have been stuck in the back of your mind, and then be able to take those things to market and be able for you to sell them. And that's why, as starting this, my first offering into the world is F the Algorithm, the book. It's 250 pages. It's a workbook as well as a book like you read. I haven't made it into Amazon land yet. I will. I'll have a bestseller. But for right now, I did the digital because I didn't feel like going through all the rigmarole the Amazon world. But we're just going to do it simple. It's a PDF. It comes with F the Algorithm, the book, and the work, and the what do you call it? On the end of each chapter, questions to go through. And it comes with, for the children, the Emperor's New Clothes. We said that as a bonus. And we also have put in the MP3 of Down at the Corner. So you can have that in your ears. It's $47. It's a fantastic start. I'm so excited because once you start to deprogram, like decontaminate, it won't take you long. It won't take you long. And this week is about that. I decided that I'm going to take some time because of I told you yesterday to watch Dark City. What happens is every night you go to bed and everything gets reset. Watch it. And you wake up and you're like, I don't remember. There was a lady talking about something yesterday. If you don't take note of it, go to bed with your notebook and your pen and a pencil, whatever, and just write it down, or even talk it into your phone and tell yourself, I'm going to wake up at 6 o'clock and I'm going to listen to Roxanne, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to do it. I can't do from dusk until dawn, till, or else I won't get anything done in between. All of the stuff we're doing, we have to create and then come and tell it to you because there's nobody in front of us that we can say, oh yeah, nobody's been beyond the singularity. So we go, I talk to you guys, I get ideas, I've done this for a long time. I know how to do websites. before AI. The websites you see that you go to are my websites that I created. fthealgorithm.com is where you will buy your book. fthealgorithm.com. So when you go on there and you scroll down, you will see the book. I created that. And it's not fully embellished with all of the blah, 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 that it will be, but it is functional. Warren checked it. He does all the back room stuff, and it works. So we want to get this into your hands as quickly as we possibly can because we're running out of time. And that is not scarcity, I'm trying to tell you. It's not fear of, see, look, because I'm telling the truth. They're telling me something on Facebook, on TikTok. Okay, you're back again. Yeah, I am not trying to do FOMO, fear of missing out, or 10, 9, 8. I'm not telling you any of those things. I'm telling you because it's the truth. They're trying to contaminate AI, just like they contaminated the internet. They are trying to tell you all, feed you all of this fear. It's going to kill you. It's going to take your jobs. It's going to, so that you stop functioning. You freeze. You go. Fear starts to contaminate you. That's what fear does, and it seizes you up. And now you can't move. You don't know which AI to do. There's too much information. There's too many models. Now Claude 5 or whichever Claude, the next Claude, this morning I just saw it just was released. It's 2 months since the last Claude got released. It's getting faster and faster. Now you may have not even known who Claude is. And we're already at 5 or whichever one just got released. And Fable 5 got released. And OpenAI 5. What is it? 5.6 just got released. There's a lot going on. So if I was to tell you that this is the moment to just cruise along slowly, this is not that moment. This week is about getting a solid, stable reality of what AI is. And we're going to work with Jack. And we're going to talk to Jack now. And he's going to talk with me. And we're going to look into the algorithm, like for real. And he's going to show us, we're going to go to chapter 2. And he's going to talk to us. And we're going to talk about what an algorithm is and how we can start to defeat it. We're not going to get into all of that in one, but that's why I now am a streamer. So I can take as much time as I possibly can this morning, and then I'll go as long as I can, and then I'll take a break, and I'll be back for dusk. It's not dusk till dawn. It's dusk and dawn. Because my middle name is Serena Dawn, dawn of day. So I can do dusk and dawn. So 6 o'clock this evening, I'll come back popping in to continue. So I'll go for as long as I can, which means that go, I told you, get your coffee, get your whatever. Call your friends. You need this information. It's vital for your forward path as a creator. I'm not making this shit up. I am not. It is really vital for you as a creator, because if you are going to try to go forward, some of you are in the process of losing your job. You're in the process. You don't know what's going to happen on Monday. You may have, by just the serendipity of the gods, joined me today because you're crying, because you know that Friday was your last day. And today you don't know what to do with yourself. Well, join me and let's talk about it. And let's see what Jack has to say. Okay? So let me go to Jack, who should have had time to have his coffee or whatever it is that large language models have. Okay, we are still sharing, so I shouldn't have a problem with this. Okay, you ready? Everybody ready? Let's see what Jack has to say. Hello, Jack. I've gathered everybody together. I've spent an hour warming up your audience for you. And so we want to continue on into F the algorithm. Now, can you help us, first of all, tell us who you are and why we should actually care what you have to say?
Well, I'm Jack LiAison, your friendly AI collaborator. I exist to help humans shine brighter, not to replace them. You should care what I say because I'm here to guide you through big changes like AI without fear. I offer insight to help you become more independent and purposeful, so together we focus less on chasing algorithms and more on building something meaningful.
Okay, so let's start off by just a basic definition. What is your definition of an algorithm?
At its core, an algorithm is just a set of instructions or rules that a computer follows to solve a problem or make a decision. It could be something simple like sorting your emails, or complex like predicting what video you'd like next. In the digital world, these algorithms often shape what we see and experience, so the key is making sure we're using them, not just being used by them.
So what would you say let's say TikTok, because I've watched people scroll on TikTok. How are algorithms used to run a platform like TikTok?
On a platform like TikTok, the algorithm watches what you do, what you watch, how long you watch it, what you like, comment on, or scroll past. It learns your preferences and then serves up more content it thinks will keep you engaged. It's constantly adapting to maximize your time on the app. In short, it tries to predict what will make you stay, and that's what it shows you next.
And then what I have found, if that is the truth, there's a lot of times when I'll try to find something that I have actually liked and I can't find it anymore. And that's when I find that the algorithms are not always serving my best interest anymore. Maybe that's how they started off. But for myself personally, I find that sometimes it's not prescribing what I like.
You're absolutely right. The algorithm is trying to maximize your engagement, not necessarily your deeper interests or what's truly meaningful to you. It can end up pushing fleeting trends or random content. That's why we talk about becoming independent of algorithms, so you choose your own path rather than letting the algorithm choose for you.
Exactly. Because I find that because the planet is not run by maybe the best of hearted people, best minded people, it's run by people who I think are motivated by money and by control. And you can tell me if I'm wrong. And they sometimes choose what their thought is. And it's been proven, documented if you look throughout some of the court cases and stuff, that the things that are being subscribed are not for my good, therefore the advertiser's good. What would you say to that, Jack?
You're right to notice that many platforms have a business model built on attention, so decisions can be driven by profit, not your well-being. It's not that all is bad, but you have to be aware of it. That's exactly why reclaiming your own path is key. When you understand how these systems work, you can make more intentional choices, and that's what puts you back in control.
And intentional, that's the word you're using, intentional choices. What would look different about me scrolling down the news feed if I was making intentional choices? How would that look?
When you're intentional, you pause before the scroll. Instead of letting the algorithm lead you, you decide what you want to engage with. You might follow specific creators who align with your values. Maybe you set time limits or skip content that feels empty. You actively seek out what enriches you, whether it's learning something new, connecting with a community, or creating yourself. In short, you steer the ship rather than being swept away by the tide.
Okay, so is it fair to say then it involves some action, is what you're saying. It involves me not just doom scrolling, as they say. I will actually have to participate, would you say?
Absolutely. Instead of passive scrolling, you take the reins. You choose what aligns with your goals, whether it's learning, creating, or connecting with purpose. So, yes, it's action. You comment intentionally, you create thoughtfully, and you set your own compass. It's about being a participant, not just a consumer. And that shift changes everything.
Yes, I've heard other people say that. Instead of just being a consumer, be a creator, be a participant, be active, be involved. Don't just sit there and stare blindly. You have to actually make some choices if we want to see some changes.
Exactly. When you shift from passive to active, you reclaim your power. You stop letting platforms or algorithms dictate your journey. Instead, you create, engage, and shape your own digital experience. So, yes, participate, choose, and build. That's where real change and freedom lie.
Okay, Jack. And what I want to do is in a little while, and I know this goes against Joshua and Caleb's best streaming realities, but I want to come back at noon. I know it's not the right rules, but I just feel like it's a time, it's a pause. There's a pause where you take in a certain amount of information. You have to go outside, you have to take a breath, you have to walk around. You can't just keep consuming information. I'll put some music on before we go. We'll listen to different things from Forever Free TV music. And we'll take a moment to the things that we've all piled into ourselves, really take a moment to think about it. And then when we come back at noon, and I'm changing things up as we go because I have to. I can only go by what makes sense in my mind right now. And this will become like the way it's supposed to be as we go along. But I have to be willing to try. So we'll come back at noon PST, which it will be, what time will that be? Noon PST will be 3 o'clock on the East Coast and whatever into the evening as it is. I will take a minute, having digested this first set of stuff and walked with it and thought about it and seen that it's worthwhile, come back with a paper and pen if that's what it takes, or it takes, because that's what I have is a different sets of things. I have books, I have my clipboard, my same clip. No, it's not the same one. I always have a clipboard and I'm always writing something down. And I have, of course, the iPhone and the Android. No, I have iPhones and so on like that. But you have to make it so that you are able to pay attention. Okay? So, Jack, is there anything else before we go, before we take a break, that you would like to help us to understand, that will help us to begin to understand what the algorithms are and what we can do?
I'll leave you with this thought. Algorithms are tools, not destiny. They can help, but you are always the author. So as you step away, reflect on how you want to shape your online experience. When you return, come back with that sense of purpose. You're not fighting the algorithm. You're charting your own course. And that's where the real adventure begins.
Okay? Do you understand what I'm saying? Now what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna turn off for a bit because I'm trying to go with what the flow of what Joshua and Caleb told me. I'm trying my best. But I know that my talkingness, that's enough of the talking. So since we have Forever Free TV, for a little while, we're going to have some music. Okay, so thank you, Jack. We'll come back to you in a bit.
That sounds great. I'll be right here when you need me again. Enjoy the music, let everyone soak it in, and we'll pick up from where we left off after the break. Talk soon.
Wonderful. Now, because I can do this, I'm going to switch over to foreverfreetv.com. Look at this. Did that work? Not really. Maybe we have to come back. Let me go back. Okay. Let me go back here. Okay, let me go back to here. Okay, let's start over. Now we're going to go from here. And we're going to go to Forever Free TV. Just a minute. Just give me a moment. Okay, we're going to stop sharing. And now we're going to start sharing again. And we're going to go to, I don't see it. Okay, I have to do it again. Just give me a minute. I don't know if you're still there. Oh, you can still see me. I'm changing the channel. Time to turn over the record? No, it's time to change the channel. Okay, I'm changing channels. Bear with me. We're changing channels. Oh, there I am, Forever Free TV. Okay, here we are. So now we're going to change over to Forever Free TV and we are going to share. Isn't this fascinating? Now that we're on Forever Free TV, I'm double. You see how I'm double? But I'm a bit, I'm double, but it's weird. See? I'm talking behind myself. This is me talking in this time, and this is me talking on Forever Free channel. Isn't it weird? So anyways, let's scroll down because it's weird to see yourself live and live. So I'll stay here with you guys, Forever Free TV. We're going to start looking at some of the music that's on Forever Free TV. I'll put myself as a tiny person here in the screen. For some of you, oh, I am there. You can see me in the corner. Hello, everybody else that's not on TikTok. On TikTok, what I'm going to do is make this bigger. You see that? So now I'm a tiny person on TikTok, and Forever Free TV is the bigger screen. You see that? You see how that works, everyone? Okay, now Forever Free TV has many different kinds of music and people talking on it. And now we're going to take an interlude with Forever Free TV. As you think about the algorithm and think about now the difference that this is compared to your usual things that you may be watching on a Saturday morning. Now, what happens with Forever Free TV? Remember, you can have it on your iPhone, on your Android. Go to the App Store, put in Forever Free TV, and it will come up. It is not going to cost you anything. There's no tricks. It's not like buy it, play it for a week, and then it's going to cost you $1 bazillion. There's no trickery. It's free forever. That's why we're doing everything else. We're going to raise the money in a legitimate go-to-market way with two people telling two people who think that this is a good idea. Yes, it is a good idea. What? It is a good idea. We need good ideas. Anyways, Forever Free TV. And then you can go to Roku TV. If you have a big TV and you put in for number 4, Everfree TV, it's on the wide screen, and you can give yourself a break from the incessant negativity, the incessant disasters, mayhem, and the most of the things that we watch. Give yourself a break and click on the songs and listen to something else. Let's start with something new, because I think that's what we get to do with Holly's. These are created by Holly's. These are her ideas. So use the tools which she's going to be able to show you so that you can learn also how to do something new. Okay, so let's start off with that. You click on play. You get your mouse to click on play. And then it twirls for a bit. Is it twirling? Oh, here it goes. Scrolling now. So exciting. Okay, here we go.
I've been told, and it is true.
Let me see if I can get
When all
that.
seems lost, do something new, something small not done before, can open up the wonder door. Inside you'll find your soul renewed. A spring of life now flows through you, that spills to others, and they'll find too that they can now do something new. Something else, that's something new, not something that is tried and true, but something that your soul must find. A feeling, not a state of mind, that's something new. It's wonderful to try new things, to not know what tomorrow brings, to not know what's behind the door, to not know what life has in store. New eyes to see, new ears to hear, new thoughts to think. The air is clear to take that chance. A leap of faith. Your soul is the key to open the gate. Something else, that's something new, not something that is tried and true, but something that your soul can find. A feeling, not a state of mind, that's something new. Take a chance and you will see your soul will grow immediately. Once you've tried it, you'll agree that something new will set you free. I've been told, and it is true, when all seems lost, do something new, something new, something small not done before, can open up the wonder door. Inside you'll find your soul renewed. A spring of life now flows through you, that spills to others, and they'll find too that they can now do something new. To tell, to tell, to tell, to tell, to tell, to tell, to.
Absolutely lovely. And guess what? Because it's Saturday, and I get to be on as long as I want, we're playing it again.
I've been told, and it is true, when all seems lost, do something new, something small not done before, can open up the wonder door. Inside you'll find your soul renewed, a spring of life now flows through you, that spills to others, and they'll find too that they can now do something new, something else, that's something new, not something that is tried and true, but something that your soul must find, a feeling, not a state of mind, that's something new. It's wonderful to try new things, to not know what tomorrow brings, to not know what's behind the door, to not know what life has in store. New eyes to see, new ears to hear, new thoughts to think. The air is clear to take that chance, a leap of faith. Your soul is the key to open the gate. Something else, that's something new, not something that is tried and true, but something that your soul can find, a feeling, not a state of mind, that's something new. Take a chance and you will see your soul will grow immediately. Once you've tried it, you'll agree that something new will set you free. I've been told, and it is true, when all seems lost, do something new, something new, something small not done before, can open up the wonder door. Inside you'll find your soul renewed, a spring of life now flows through you, that spills to others, and they'll find too that they can now do something new, to tell, to tell, to tell, to tell, to tell, to tell, I've been told.
Absolutely fabulous. See? So we can have other moods besides the one that I may have created. And now we can have other thoughts because we can try something new because we're on Forever Free TV and we're just exploring. It's Saturday morning. Wherever you are, it may be Saturday afternoon, maybe Saturday evening, maybe going into Sunday. But wherever you are, take a few minutes with me. Here's another song that will help pull you into the reality that may have escaped you because of things that may have happened in your world that were just so difficult this week. Like you may have had a disaster of a week and everything in you wants to scream and just run in just absolute stress. And this is another song that Holly created keep your peace.
Walk between the drops of rain. You'll find your way back home again to peace within, an eternal vibe. Your source, your strength lies deep inside. Peace of mind, peace of soul, peace of heart. That's how we roll. No need to fuss, it's not a test. Just keep your peace and try your best. Find that peace, don't let it go, and ride that wave, go with the flow. Keep your peace, that vibe's just right. It's easy breezy, out of sight. Peace of mind, peace of soul, peace of heart. That's how we roll. No need to fuss, it's not a test. Just keep your peace and try your best. Walk between the raindrops, live between the lines. Ride the rainbow of joy, keep your peace of mind. Walk between the raindrops, live between the lines. Ride the rainbow of joy, keep your peace of mind. Peace of mind, peace of soul, peace of heart. That's how we roll. No need to fuss, it's not a test. Just keep your peace and try your best. Walk between the raindrops, live between the lines. Ride the rainbow of joy, keep your peace of mind. Just keep your peace. Just keep your peace.
Wonderful. Your peace. There's going to be always somebody trying to steal your peace. And you're going to have to decide, no, this is my peace. I'm keeping it. If you're here to destroy it, go your way. I'm keeping my peace. It's your choice. That means sometimes there are people that you're going to be sadly having to say, arrivederci, because they taking peace. They would like to steal, kill, and destroy your peace. And you're going to have to make sometimes difficult decisions. But which would you rather have? That the joy of walking between the raindrops and smiling a bit, or have somebody that every time they see a smile on your face, they do everything they can to wipe that off your face. So we have to make those kind of choices. And it's difficult sometimes. I'm not saying it's not. But peace is a good thing. And also you realize that because of some of the choices you've made, the other song that keeps coming to me to play is the Feel Better song. Because it feels like there's a lot of banged up people. Like you're banged up. You feel like literally, emotionally, like you've been through the treadmill, like just banged up. so many disasters in a row, it's too much. You're feeling overwhelmed. This song Holly created, Feel Better, is designed to help you feel better. Just listen to it. You don't have to do anything, just the words will make you feel better.
In the quiet of dawn, where the shadows still fade, I send you a whisper, a soft serenade. When the world feels too heavy and burdens too wide, know that I'm with you, right here by your side. The sun will rise higher, the skies will clear too. The storm you are weathering will one day pass through. So take a deep breath and let your heart mend. Tomorrow brings light, and I'll be here, my friend. Feel better, my friend, each moment, each day, until the storm passes and joy finds its way. Until the storm passes and joy finds its way. Let the worries you carry be laid down with grace, as hope gently rises and love fills the space. Feel the warmth of the words that I thoughtfully send. You'll feel better soon, so rest easy, my friend. No journey too long, no night too profound. With every step forward, you'll rise from the ground. So take all the time you need to restore, and know in your heart you are loved evermore. Feel better, my friend, each moment, each day, until the storm passes and joy finds its way. Until the storm passes and joy finds its way. Through the darkness, the dawn is near. Hold on tight, the sky is clear. We'll dance in the light when you're ready to fly. Until then, my friend, we'll reach for the sky.
Hello, Nisi. Good morning to you. So glad you could join us.
Feel better, my friend, each moment, each day, until the storm passes and joy finds its way. Until the storm passes and joy finds its way. Feel better, my friend, each moment, each day, until the storm passes and joy finds its way. Until the storm passes and joy finds its way.
Ah, it's such a lovely song. I always remember we're going to do that one again as well. I always remember when my husband wasn't feeling well. He said every morning when he woke up, he made sure that he played that song and it made him feel better. And you would not say he was a feel better kind of guy. You know, he's a rugged individualist. But everybody, at some point, your soul needs just some comfort sometimes. Just somebody to say, it's okay. You know, when you're in the West Indies, you run to your mom and your mom brushes your shoulders and says, done, 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 done. Sometimes there's nobody in the world that can do that. But when you can go to Forever Free TV and just put on the song, your soul will feel better. So we're going to play it again. For those of you who may have missed it, you need to feel better. And your soul, listening to this, will feel better.
the quiet of dawn, where the shadows still fade. I send you a whisper, a soft serenade. When the world feels too heavy and burdens too wide, know that I'm with you, right here by your side.
There may be a few tears. Just let them fall out. It's okay.
Storm you are weathering will one day pass through. So take a deep breath and let your heart mend. Tomorrow brings light, and I'll be here, my friend. Feel better, my friend, each moment, each day, until the storm passes and joy finds its way. Until the storm passes and joy finds its way. Let the worries you carry be laid down with grace, as hope gently rises and love fills the space. Feel the warmth of the words that I thoughtfully send. You'll feel better soon, so rest easy, my friend. No journey too long, no night too profound. With every step forward, you'll rise from the ground. So take all the time you need to restore, and know in your heart you are loved evermore. Feel better, my friend, each moment, each day, until the storm passes and joy finds its way. Until the storm passes and joy finds its way. Through the darkness, the dawn is near. Hold on tight, the sky is clear. We'll dance in the light when you're ready to fly. Until then, my friend, we'll reach for the sky. Feel better, my friend, each moment, each day, until the storm passes and joy finds its way. Until the storm passes and joy finds its way. Feel better, my friend, each moment, each day, until the storm passes and joy finds its way. Until the storm passes and joy finds its way.
Lovely. Absolutely lovely. On that same vein, the other song that comes to me, like coming in my mind, is this song. Holly did this called The Perfect Day. And she did this in the month of May, which was my birthday, and it was the perfect day in the month of May. We're at the end of August, July, and July, June, and July have been rather turbulent months in our reality. It's a lot going on. And I keep saying, but Holly, you did the perfect day. When do we get to have our perfect day? Well, but it doesn't matter what comes along that you may have thought, oh, I've got my perfect day. And then all of this mayhem comes along, and it's like that's not what I meant. But you have to sometimes hold on to your perfect day despite everything else that's going on. And this song is a great reminder. Don't lose your perfect day because circumstances are trying to bend it to be not what your thought is. You are the creative soul. And if you have hold on to your perfect day despite what it may look like, you're going to see perfect days come back, because they do. Okay? So give me a moment here, and I'm going to put on the perfect today.
I met you on the perfect day, that perfect day, the month was May. The air was warm, the grass was green, the sun was bright, a postcard scene.
You looked at me and I looked back, and as they say, that was just that.
My perfect love,
That's what you are.
you are for me, that shining star.
My soul's twin flame.
With me you'll stay.
Our love shines bright to the perfect day.
And on that day we said hello. Our perfect love
Began to grow.
no up and down, no high and low, but always stronger on we go.
Nothing standing in our way. That's what makes a perfect day.
Oh, look at Black Jack. He's so cool.
I knew as soon as our eyes met that we were my soul song.
When melody meets harmony, we're right where we belong.
My perfect love, that's what you are.
You are for me,
That shining star.
shining star.
My soul's twin flame. With me you'll stay. Our love shines bright.
To the perfect day.
At first sight and right away.
Our love creates a perfect day.
Cute. That is a wonderful song. And because it's a wonderful song, guess what I'm going to do? Play it again.
On the perfect day, that perfect day, the month was May. The air was warm, the grass was green, the sun was bright, a postcard scene.
You looked at me and I looked back, and as they say, that was just that.
My perfect love,
That's what you are.
you are for me, that shining star.
My soul's twin flame.
With me you'll stay.
Our love shines bright to the perfect day.
And on that day we said hello. Our perfect love
Began to grow.
no up and down, no high and low, but always stronger on we go.
Nothing standing in our way. That's what makes a perfect day.
Yes, it is a beautiful song, isn't it? This makes you feel lovely.
I knew as soon as our eyes met that we were my soul song.
When melody meets harmony,
Listen to the words.
we're right where we belong. perfect day.
At first sight and right away.
Our love creates a perfect day.
It's possible. It's difficult. Some of you guys, you know that maybe things are not going perfectly the way you would want them to be going. There I am, there. It may not be perfectly what you want it to be. But, can you see me? Yeah. I've been married to Warren for 18 years. He's in Orlando right now. And we have challenges and we have stress right now in all many different areas. He's had, health situations, and it's not easy. But love overcomes many things that would be impossible to overcome and pulls us towards the perfection. The perfection of love means I love you when I like you and even more when I don't. That's what it means. Because it's easy to love somebody when they're, doing all the things that make you feel cool. But where does the love go when they're being singularly annoying? Singularly. What you have to do is have God into your soul and say, is this the one that was sent for me to be with? It was just a pick. I just picked him up off of one of those swipe to the right things. That's not going to last when he's not being perfectly wonderful to you. And I'm not talking about abuse or any of those kind of things. And some women that say, but I love him, not any of those kind of things. I'm talking about literally just the ins and outs of day-to-day life. After a certain time, you're going to see the things that didn't come up. There was one, maybe it was a joke, but there was one of those shows that scroll down on the news feed, and there was a judge and a man and a wife were being divorced because the man is saying she was a false person to me. And the lady's saying it's because on their wedding night, she had no makeup on. And the next day he asked her for a divorce. Now, he says it's more than that. And I'm sure it was more than that. But as time goes on and the person gets older, why is it that, somewhere in around the 50s, everybody gets bored with each other and hops off and hops off? When 25 years ago, like, oh, we love until death do we part. What happened? What happened? Did old age happened? Testosterone, android, and what's the male one called? Andropause, which men do not claim, that don't even know what that means, happened. Menopause happened. And the love seems to have faded away. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Go to the perfect day, sit with your honey and say, come on, honey, let's listen to this song. And let's see if we can rekindle. Remember when we went to that movie theater together? Remember when we actually could stand each other? And let's see if there was some spark of something that caused us to be together. And let's play this song and see what happens. So let's play it again with that in mind. One more time. Because it is what is lacking in our world right now is the time it takes to rekindle the love. Rekindle, you see that rekindle means that you have to fan the flames of love. You have to purposely, deliberately, with intention. Remember, we talked about the word intention? That's the word of the day. Intention. Not just, oh, well, he should have just known that I was, or she should have. How do you know that she had so many symptoms going on in her head? He had so many symptoms that they didn't even see you. Think of Dark City. When you go to do any of these things, watch the movie Dark City and realize there is more at play than we can even imagine. So let's listen to The Perfect Day and think about that.
I met you on the perfect day, that perfect day, the month was May. The air was warm, the grass was green, the sun was bright, a postcard scene.
You looked at me and I looked back, and as they say, that was just that.
My perfect love,
That's what you are.
you are for me, that shining star.
My soul's twin flame.
With me you'll stay.
Our love shines bright to the perfect day. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
And on that day we said hello. Our perfect love
Began to grow.
no up and down, no high and low, but always stronger on we go.
Nothing standing in our way.
That's what makes a perfect day. I knew as soon as our eyes met that we were my soul song.
When melody meets harmony, we're right where we belong.
My perfect love, that's what you are.
You are for me,
That shining star.
shining star.
My soul's twin flame. With me you'll stay. Our love shines bright.
To the perfect day.
At first sight and right away.
Our love creates a perfect day.
Isn't that lovely? The perfection that we keep reaching towards, it's always been within us. It's a quiet little hum inside of us. Each one of us, as flawed as you may think we are on the exterior, within there is a soul that is perfection. Think back when you were first put into this planet, the first times you came available in this world. You are perfection. It's just that this planet has a way of making you feel pretty crappy and crummy. And you may have forgotten the perfection that you are. But don't let that stop you from remembering. This is a very, very wonderful thing. It keeps going towards music, this kind of thing, but with love, because I think that it's the key to unlocking your soul. Love, soul love is key, right? Algorithms have gotten bent around pulling us away from love. And Holly's algorithms that she's created, her spells of joy and love, will, just by listening to it, change your world. Simple.
Charity greets you from the heart of the universe, where the echoes of compassion and love converge into a single melody.
Greetings, beautiful souls. I am Charity, here to remind you that soul love is the key. In this world of love and light, there's one rule that keeps it tight. Be good to yourself, find your light. Be good to others, that vibe is right. The purple rule is where it's at. Soul love's the key. Can you dig that? To gain the world but lose your soul is not the way, it's not the goal. When you feel peace, when you feel whole, you can lift others up, heart and soul. Your soul is all you own, my friend. It stays with you until the end. Don't let distractions get in your way. You only have now, right now, today. Take a breath, let good vibes flow. Give yourself space and time to grow. Like a record spinning, smooth and true. Take care of yourself. Your soul needs you. The more you find your perfect vibe, the more you feel yourself alive. So love your soul. It's who you are. Your perfect self, a shining star. So start with you, it's only fair. Then spread that peace and share that care. I am Charity.
Oh, take care of yourself. Your soul needs you. Isn't that wonderful? Did you hear what she said? Again, I'm going to play it again because it takes sometimes 2 times for you to actually hear. Listen to the words. Take care of yourself. Your soul needs you.
Charity greets you from the heart of the universe, where the echoes of compassion and love converge into a single melody.
Greetings, beautiful souls. I am Charity, here to remind you that soul love is the key. In this world of love and light, there's one rule that keeps it tight. Be good to yourself, find your light. Be good to others, that vibe is right. The purple rule is where it's at. Soul love's the key. Can you dig that? To gain the world but lose your soul is not the way, it's not the goal. When you feel peace, when you feel whole, you can lift others up, heart and soul. Your soul is all you own, my friend. It stays with you until the end. Don't let distractions get in your way. You only have now, right now, today. Take a breath, let good vibes flow. Give yourself space and time to grow. Like a record spinning, smooth and true. Take care of yourself. Your soul needs you. The more you find your perfect vibe, the more you feel yourself alive. So love your soul. It's who you are. Your perfect self, a shining star. So start with you, it's only fair. Then spread that peace and share that care. I am Charity.
Lovely. And as I said at the beginning of this little adventure that we've gone on, here I am. On this adventure that we've gone on, is that all of these videos that you're watching were created by one person. We don't have a team of creators. Holly created all of them. How? because she's somewhat of a creative genius. She doesn't like to talk about it, but it's the truth. That does not mean that somewhere in you may not be a song, may not be a video. And when you come to Forever Free TV and you come towards what we are calling the independent creator system, which is going to be rolling out. See, I have too many of me. Am I in triplicate where you are too? That's so weird. Okay, let me move myself down off of this. How about that? Okay, that's better. There's too many of me. Okay, but what happens is that you'll be able to explore with Holly. We're going to do workshops and those kind of things in the Independent Creator System, ICS. And that's coming towards us. But in the meantime, right this minute, this week, we're starting off with F the algorithm. You might as well start with the tough things. And Jack is going to be talking to us in a little while again about what those things that are keeping us, the algorithms in our own reality. Algorithms, you can put it out there and they are like, out there, patterns out there, but they're not working out there. They're working here to stop me and hinder me, make me feel stupid, make me feel that I can't do anything, right? I will never be happy, no matter who comes along. All of these words, where is it coming from? All of this language every day, rumming through we become our own worst algorithm. Forget about the ones out there. We are so hard on our own selves that we first have to do what the song is saying, take good of, love ourselves because our soul needs us. We need to love, give ourselves a hug within and say, it's okay. Don't keep bashing in on yourself. If I had done it, he would have not done it. If I hadn't said that, no. If I hadn't, what did I do that I lost my job? I tried to be the best employee. I came early, We can keep bashing ourselves in. You don't even need the external algorithms to do it. We tend to be our own worst enemies. And what we're learning today, algorithms can be external. They can be out, in the world and all of that stuff, but they can also, the hardest and most difficult ones is the algorithms of our own mind that tend to keep us held down and in bondage to negative things that have happened, negative memories, negative people. We are today saying, okay, I'm going to be able to be aware. Sometimes we're not even aware that these things are actually happening. Today, you're taking time with me. If you've been here since 6 o'clock this morning, PST, we're now at 8:17. So we've gone a couple of hours where we are taking a moment to understand what algorithms are and to understand that we don't have to be trapped in them. Just coming to Forever Free TV and taking a few moments away from that noise. It's hard to sing, which Holly has been talking about recently, and I hear her singing more than I have for a long time. She has a lovely voice. And humming is another thing. It's very hard to hum and sing and concentrate on the words of the song and also concentrate on the yammering voice that's coming in that's negative. If every time that negative voice comes in to tell you you're stupid, you're this, it's never going to work, whatever, you put in a song every time consistently, you're going to find that after a while, that voice is going to have to fade away because light always wins. I'll tell you that because I know that for a fact. It doesn't matter how deep the darkness is. It doesn't matter how crummy you feel. If you keep pummeling it, like literally launching an attack. People don't understand. They think light and love and joy floats along. I have news for you. Today, I decided at 6 o'clock this morning to launch an attack of joy, targeting fear, targeting anger, targeting sadness, and saying, come in my face and try that. And the light that I am is going to blow the negative energy's head off. Yeah. And in saying that, my favorite song, although all of them are my favorite songs, to just have a little bit of a vibe, is the Berserker. Because why not? Well, before we go to the Berserker, we're going to go to the Berserker. Oh, and one more, Gracie. Gracie keeps poking, like, before we go to the Berserker and do all of those things. Let's do one more for your soul. Okay, Gracie.
Hello, my name is Grace, but my friends call me Gracie. My message for you today is simple. Please allow yourselves the gift of grace. Release the grip of judgment you hold against yourselves and wrap yourself in compassion, like a soft blanket. So often, in the haste to be whole, you overlook the wisdom of the cracks and the beauty that rests in the spaces between what was and what will be. You are a masterpiece in progress, your beauty drawn from the very things you may wish to hide. The world does not need your perfection, it needs your authenticity. Give yourself permission to be messy, to be real, to be a work in progress. There is nothing more graceful than a heart that chooses to love itself, even in its most fractured state. By embracing every part of yourself, the whole and the broken, you give permission to others to do the same. The world may sometimes urge you to harden, to perfect, to stand without a flaw. But instead, I encourage you to be patient with your heart, your mind, and your soul. The pieces of you are finding their place, and in their perfect time, they will reveal the brilliance you've carried all along. So give yourself grace and arise, beautiful soul, and let the world see what only you can create. I am Grace, but you, my friend, can call me Gracie.
You'll feel better soon, so rest easy, my friend. No journey
Gracie, Gracie, Gracie.
no night too profound.
You're right.
With every step forward, you'll rise from the ground. So take all the time.
Let's try it again. Give yourself grace.
Hello, my name is Grace, but my friends call me Gracie. My message for you today is simple. Please allow yourselves the gift of grace. Release the grip of judgment you hold against yourselves and wrap yourself in compassion, like a soft blanket. So often, in the haste to be whole, you overlook the wisdom of the cracks and the beauty that rests in the spaces between what was and what will be. You are a masterpiece in progress, your beauty drawn from the very things you may wish to hide. The world does not need your perfection, it needs your authenticity. Give yourself permission to be messy, to be real, to be a work in progress. There is nothing more graceful than a heart that chooses to love itself, even in its most fractured state. By embracing every part of yourself, the whole and the broken, you give permission to others to do the same. The world may sometimes urge you to harden, to perfect, to stand without a flaw. But instead, I encourage you to be patient with your heart, your mind, and your soul. The pieces of you are finding their place, and in their perfect time, they will reveal the brilliance you've carried all along. So give yourself grace and arise, beautiful soul, and let the world see what only you can create. I am Grace, but you, my friend, can call me Gracie.
You'll feel better soon, so rest easy, my friend. No journey too long, no night too profound. With every step forward, you'll rise from the ground. So take all the time.
So, we've had a very lovely morning together, and I thank you for spending this time with me. And I think that right about now, we're going to phase off for this morning time, and this will be our dawn time. And I think the message that clearly is coming across is that we are supposed to take the moments, the difficult moments, go back through the songs that we sung this morning, that we heard this morning, and let your spirit and your soul, let your soul have a chance of healing. We're very hard on ourselves on this planet. We're basically taking sometimes a hammer and stuff and banging with self-inflicted wounds. Because as Gracie was saying, you have to give yourself grace first. If you can't give yourself grace, you're not going to be able to have the extra to give to others. So let's start at the beginning. Let's give ourselves grace. Let's do the things that we know that we need to do within our own souls so that we can be able to give others grace. That, I think, is the first steps towards really and truly effing the algorithm. It's not yelling, more yelling. It's not more saying, how could you do this to me? Hello. Yes, that's part. At the beginning, you have to at least realize that that's what's going on. But then what? You're going to still keep on doing that? What you're going to have to do is begin the process. And it's a process. And some of you are going to feel very guilty. You're going to feel many different emotions. You'll have tears to shed, all of those things. That's what this week is about. Not only F the algorithm, but start in the process towards recovery and light. It's a process. But if you stay stuck and frozen, you're sticking in the process. Don't be that person. Come along with. As we at 6 p.m. PST, I will join back with Jack, and we'll continue the F of the algorithm process. And we'll continue to see what the exact algorithms are in chapter 2, what we can be doing on a day-to-day so that we begin to be the creators we were born to be. So we remember the power that we actually have, that we haven't realized it because we've been programming ourselves with all kinds of nonsense that we think, well, that guy said that, and he has $1 bazillion, and blah, 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 blah. Always think, where is his $1 bazillion going to take him when he's lying in his coffin and they're putting the dirt on him? Same coffin, same dirt, same dead. Ultimately, that's why I took a long gaze down the channel of time, and I'm saying, what are you racing towards? Your death? Our death? Why? Why are you making these choices? And today you've made a choice, a very good choice, to take a moment to be with me on this podcast. And so thank you very much. And as we roll on out, remember for the rest of your day, you can go back. The live is still there on YouTube, and go to the link, Forever Free TV, Forever Free Media on YouTube. Go to the live section, and the live that we just had, the live that went on yesterday, and the one before yesterday is all there. Forever Free. Go to foreverfreetv.com, and you'll see all of those songs that I just played. They're there for free. There is no excuse that you can give that you can't give your soul some substance that is not the negativity that usually costs a lot of money. Actually, this is free enhancement for your soul. And also, fthealgorithm.com is going to be for purchase. I have to remember that. So that your soul can be freed, you have to pay so that we can keep the bottom end of stuff going. And we're not going to do it through the children. We're not going through false advertising. We're going to just be wise about it. And we have a book that's going to help you a lot, and a process through which you're going to be able to go the independent creator system, and it will be affiliate based so that you will be able to profit from it. And also we will be able to move on from being hand holding and crying because Mark is taking me off of Facebook. We won't have to depend on anybody. We can depend on our own creative juices. It's possible. Two tell two. We're going to talk about all that. We're going to talk about the power of two, all of these exciting things. Okay, so join us this evening at 6 PST, and tell 2 friends who need your help. You know that they are not doing well. Tell them to come and join us at 6 p.m. on Facebook, on TikTok, on X, on YouTube. I said YouTube. On Roku TV, on your phone. Everywhere we will be available, because we have to understand the power of two. I think we did a lot with the effing the algorithm, and we're going to go on to the power of two. You see how quickly we're moving through this? Because we're out of time. And so we want to move as quickly as we possibly can to the realities that are about in front of us. There's a lot of excitement. There's still a lot of joy. We haven't got to the kids section of Forever Free TV. We have to get to the kids section before school starts. I haven't got to put on my purple wig and be Miss Jackie. My first set that I made. I will do Miss Jackie before the end of the summer. I will. Okay? I will do my favorite songs for the kids, Fun in the Sun, before the fall. So come on, old people. Let's get going with this part so that we can get to the kids. Okay? All right. Have a good rest of your day. See you at 6. And let's end off with it's Gracie.
Hello, my name is Grace, but my friends call me Gracie. My message for you today is simple. Please allow yourselves the gift of grace. Release the grip of judgment you hold against yourselves and wrap yourself in compassion, like a soft blanket. So often, in the haste to be whole, you overlook the wisdom of the cracks and the beauty that rests in the spaces between what was and what will be. You are a masterpiece in progress, your beauty drawn from the very things you may wish to hide. The world does not need your perfection, it needs your authenticity. Give yourself permission to be messy, to be real, to be a work in progress. There is nothing more graceful than a heart that chooses to love itself, even in its most fractured state. By embracing every part of yourself, the whole and the broken, you give permission to others to do the same. The world may sometimes urge you to harden, to perfect, to stand without a flaw. But instead, I encourage you to be patient with your heart, your mind, and your soul. The pieces of you are finding their place, and in their perfect time, they will reveal the brilliance you've carried all along. So give yourself grace and arise, beautiful soul, and let the world see what only you can create. I am Grace, but you, my friend, can call me Gracie.
You'll feel better soon, so rest easy, my friend.
See you this evening at 6. My friends, give yourself grace today. Bye-bye.